Hi, welcome to our group channeling session. So we call this, we all heal as one, because the universe of love believes that when we're not in our physical beings, we're all together as one in the universe. So this is just our little visiting time in our human frames. So this channeling brings together usually this group of people who are most likely representing different walks of life and coming together as one. And from here, the healing goes forward and forward and forward. So I just step aside, let whatever happens, and I will come back at the end. So we're going to start the session off with some bowl ringing. Everyone's got bowls almost. So we'll just go ahead with the bowls and I'll step out while you're doing it. Go. We wish firstly to join in with the energy that is flowing within the humans that are gathered here. So the energy from the universe is joined in with the energy that exists from human to human here. For you have stepped forth to be more than what you appear in the mirror. Now you have stepped forth, and we will begin with the joyful noise, because this sort of ringing of notes brings forth a part of humanity that is often forgotten, that lies deep within each human being. And it is the note of one that brings all together into alignment. This is a word that is much misused and used and thrown about at your time. But what we are referring to is a specific note that is recalled deep within the soul of each human. And it is remembered and brought together so you may be one. For when you're all in the same note vibration, you become one energy. And what we will explain this, because you don't appear to be one energy. You all look like you're all different human beings. And yet there's a part of you that believes you are more than what is seen. Now, what we mean by this is not all humans know this. Many just wish to be seen as they are. They'll be judged as they are. They will judge others as they are. They will be what you see in this life experience at this moment. So there are many who choose to live this way. A lot of your earth will be happily judged on what they look like, or where they are, what they believe, and will judge you in the same way. But there are other humans who that doesn't sit as truth. There's something wrong with the idea. It's as if it's a half-truth, a place where you're able to hide. So those who are aware of energy and oneness and this note ringing also know, and you are all included, that you may hide anytime you wish between a certain persona. You have many masks that you wear, many costumes you put on. So you know even more than the others how to do this. For they only know one and they behave that way. But you understand that you can be anything you wish to be, because you understand you're like a chameleon, because your energy. So you may change to suit the situations going on. So you of all, now that you are aware of this, have more responsibility to say what you see. Right now, I'm going to be a sailor, and I'm going to look like one and talk like one, and I'm going to pretend I'm on the ocean. Whatever it is that you are, now that you know the truth, all you have to do is speak it. That's what I'm going to be, and not a judgment. For there's nothing wrong with sailors, or not, yes or no, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is say what you are, which is the truth. Speak the truth, and don't pretend, well, I'm a spiritual being, I'm floating around in the universe. I'm not going to be a sailor. That is also, you see, judgment and ego playing with you. So as you, if you're going to be a sailor, just say it, I'm a sailor. And then afterwards, maybe I'll be a spiritual being. And then after that, I'm going to be a doctor. And then after that, I'll be a squirrel. Whatever it is you wish to do from time to time, just we are calling you, we're calling this forth within you to speak the truth, even if it's not spiritual by the terms of humans. For this is a trap that those who are seeking certain enlightenment, we don't like this word at all, it's been misused, but those who are seeking to wake up, to be more aware of what's truly going on in the universe, often can become sidelined by the ego. For the ego exists, it came in with you as it came to you as a young human being, and it's kept you all of this time in one way or another, secure and safe. So it still resides within you, and never, 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 never forget your ego. Don't forget it, even on your spiritual path. It will be just around the corner if you stop noticing it or walking with it. So all you have to do is notice it. Oh, that sounds like my ego. I'm going to be this certain persona. Whatever it is, say the truth that it is. For it is in the darkness and the lies and where the ego truly gets a hold of things and can really mess up your vibration, your path in life, your ability to be of service to others. Your ego can mess up all of these things. So even though you are, those here are interested in a certain way of enlightenment or openness, your ego is still with you. No matter your entire life, it will be with you one way or another. So where will we begin our energetic exchange at this time? You're all afraid to speak since we were speaking of ego, for you are thinking now, if I speak first, I'm going to be the most egotistical, and you don't wish to be seen in this way. So just because we are speaking of ego a moment ago does not mean that whoever is engaging in this energetic exchange is putting forth their own ego, or perhaps they are.
I have a question, Erin.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on chakras?
This is not a word that is familiar in the energetic world that we are speaking of. So if you're able to explain it, we may reword it in a different way or reframe it somehow, but it is not a word that is used in our energetic exchange. So what is it you have to say about it?
The energy channels in the body.
You are all energy, your entire being, you see? So are you suggesting there's only certain parts of you that is energy and the rest is a physical being?
No, I think everything is energy.
Yes,
in some way.
Yes. So why is it you must label different and divisions and divide it in different parts as if it is not one energy? What is the division? Why is it needed?
I don't get why they're divided. I'm just curious to hear your point of view on it. That's all.
Well, we certainly speak of energy, for you are energy moving around. And when you are finished with the energy and you're done playing around in your human time, the energy will fly off somewhere else like a little fairy and leave the body discarded on the earth like that. So we will speak of this, certainly. This is your life force. It comes and goes many, many times to many different human bodies that for you experience. And you, when you're finished with your time playing here, you go and join the others in your one energetic being as one, and then you come back individually and go to have an experience in the next human body. Then you go back to the energy, the universal energy. So it is unnecessary in this discussion to speak of basic understandings of energy. We're far beyond that discussion here. So this is this philosophy you speak of is a rudimentary belief that was made for humans who didn't understand energy. So there are many times in the the lives of humans where things have been broken down and took into little pieces as if you can only take a little nibble of it. Mm-hmm. So these divisions you speak of were made for a time, a simple time, we will use these words, of understanding. Now, this was a long, many times ago for the earth, but oftentimes there are certain cultures that are a little bit late, such as yours, and they come across old teachings and bring it into this moment as if it applies today, as if it applies in this realm that you find yourself in. This is old teachings for a certain culture and time where it applied. Now, there's one more part of this that's important. It really doesn't matter what you call these things, or you put labels on them. The real question is, why are humans interested in energy? This is the beautiful part of the story. Why are humans interested to find out if there's something beyond themselves, some other sort of energy going around, or some weirdness? All of this occurs when a human starts to open up. What is that? Is that really a tree, or is it a fairy? Is that really a star, or is it a soul descending? You see, all of this opens. So it doesn't really matter what it is. You can call them whatever you like. What's really going on is humans are becoming interested in their environment, and they're starting to wonder whether they are more energy. And if they are more energy, if there's more going on than meets the eye, as your expression goes, that means anything can be happening because all the other human beings might be doing it as well. So really what you're asking is, you're not asking the specifics of this rudimentary philosophy based from a long time ago. You're really saying, are humans waking up? Are humans becoming interested in non-physical and spiritual matters? They always have, and they always will be. And there are always certain groups of humans who suddenly wake up one morning and after their sleep time and say, oh my gosh, I didn't know everything was so huge. And all of a sudden you're awake. And once you are huge, it's difficult to go to sleep again because there's little niggling thoughts. Well, remember when that happened? What is that supposed to be? All these sort of little thoughts. So really what you are speaking of is humans waking up during a time when they could sleepwalk. There are many human beings who sleepwalk. Some wake up during their time there. Do you understand what we mean?
Yep, I do.
All right. Let us do namaste together.
Sounds good. Namaste.
Hello.
Greetings.
All this talk about ego, you said at the beginning, maybe I will step forward and ask what you have to say about ego and myself.
You wish to expose yourself to these strangers. You
Sure.
wish them to know you as you truly are, for this is the nature of being vulnerable and being a human being who is interested in spiritual matters or energy. for when this happens, when you step forward and say, well, this is me, I can't help it. Do you like it or not? It doesn't matter. This is all I've got. When you're able to step forward like that, your ego automatically becomes smaller, because ego lives in the darkness and the secrets, this sort of thing, and makes you, well, not makes you, that's a very bad word. It draws upon your insecurities and tells you, don't say that. Stay in this small dark space and don't come out, for they will ship you off the earth if you do. But now you have just shown a perfect example that the humans will not ship you off to another place, because you are speaking the truth. So now you have said, all right, see me as I am. I'm all I've got. I'm going to have to be good enough. This is a new philosophy for you, for your ego, not your brave, I'm a big, superior human ego, the other one. I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy of this. I'm not worthy of that, blah, 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 blah. It also speaks this way, your ego. So this is the ego you are familiar with. You're not the boasting type. So this now ego has been put out into the light. And when this ego gets put out into the light, the sun shines upon it and it just melts away. Just melts away. And you are a perfect example of this happening. For you yourself have been transformed from a, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, to I'm pretty good, aren't I? I'm not so bad. I think I'm all right, really. And you walked along this path. I'm no good. I'm pretty good. I'm almost good. I'm excellent. And this is where you find yourself now. So this gradual process was a healing process for you. And now you have stepped forward to allow the others to see, I am not as I used to be. And I might be better, or not better. I might be more shiny and bright in the future. But right now, I'm excellent. I'm pretty good. I'm a human. Doing pretty good at that, because really all I have to do apparently is show up and sing and dance a little bit and just say hello to strangers. It seems pretty easy once it was laid out for you. So now you have learned through this energetic exchange that all of the rules before that you failed at were not really rules. They weren't things that you had to do. What you have to do is sing, dance, smile, look at the sunshine, listen to the birds, walk in the water. It's not so tough when you get the rules from the universe of love. When you get the rules from humans, they are humans who fail themselves. So now they're passing it on to you. We failed, and now we're going to give them to you, and you'll fail too, because we failed and you're no better than us. That is the human rules. Of course, you all fail at those, but not the universe of love rules. All the universe cares is, are you going to show up in a human body? Are you going to show up and maybe others will see love through your face? Is that what you're going to do? And you are, because you have a human body. So to the universe of love, all of a sudden, you're the most wonderful thing that has ever walked the earth. So of course you can stand up a little better. You say, oh, well, yes, that is true. I do show up and I smile at strangers. That's all that's required of me. This is the part, you see, that's missed so often. That's all required of me. And ask the universe, what do you want? You want me to smile? Want me to laugh or dance or listen to music? All right, then, that's really tough. And not at all tough. Not at all tough for you, because that's your inner self anyways. You have just been given permission to be your highest energetic loving self. So finally, you've gotten the words that you've always known in your heart somewhere. And when you hear them, you know their truth. And you say, you know what? That's absolutely true. Those others were failing and they passed on their rules to me. And now apparently the universe of love thinks I can't do anything wrong as long as I'm skipping around, playing hopscotch, throwing balls and watching fairies and stuff. So, hey, that's pretty easy. So now you're different. So now you're an example of healing through awakening. Healing because you have heard something and felt the truth within you. This is your healing. There's no magic involved at all. It's only you remembering your truest self, your wondrous, divine self that you forget sometimes in human. Do you understand what we mean?
Yes, I do.
So now
I think this morning I wrote down, "You're perfect the way you are."
absolutely, you see.
Yes.
You forgot for a time, but now you know. Now you've remembered, and now you have shared it with others who are in the same energetic vibration now. And they will see your face and they'll say, well, if they're perfect, I must be perfect too. And now this is your representation to the world. They will look at your face and say, maybe I will be the same as this one. Even though they don't know who in the world you are, but they know you're human because they see you have a body. And they know that you used to believe that you weren't as wonderful as you are, and now you think you are, and what has changed? So when they see this change, they know it's possible for them too. And that's really all you can do is in human form is do your best to live, whatever joyful way that is, and allow others to see it so they may remember as well. And this you're doing a wonderful job at.
Thank you.
Let us do namaste.
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I have a question, Erin, and I'm not sure how to articulate it, but just commenting on what you had just talked about with Jessica is just in terms of healing through our awakening and remembering our wondrous divine self. I'm curious, when dis-ease or pain or body ache shows up in our body, why is that? Is that about awakening us to our true divine nature? Or can you just comment a bit on that, if that makes sense?
Yes, you are speaking of energy that becomes blocked within the human shell and causes disease because it can't move freely through. So as energetic beings, whether you understand your energetic being or not, the energy still moves through you. That's why you're alive. So if you're alive, energy comes into you and flows out of you, comes in and flows out, and that's how you keep moving from moment to moment. Now, there are times when you're able to stop the movement of the energy because human will is very strong. So if you have some memory, a small memory, for instance, that you feel guilty about, I wish I would not have done that. I'm going to hide this memory far deep within my human frame because that's all you have. I'm going to hide it within there and no one will ever find it. So when this happens, this guilt mostly stays within there. It really doesn't hide. The energy now must go around it and come back out and comes in and goes around it. And now it gets bigger and bigger. And the energy has a hard time flowing in and out of you suddenly. So it's going to find other paths, much like your rivers. If your rivers become blocked, they'll find an alternate route if possible. If not, they will overflow. So this is much the same as the energy moving through your physical frame. So it will find another way out if it can. If it can't get through. So now something dark mass. So you are speaking of this because you have found this within another. Let us continue with the description so you may have a bigger understanding, a larger notion. You are speaking of specifics. But so the energy then becomes blocked within them. The human now has a memory that they do not wish to have come out. If it comes out, they believe that they will be extinguished because it has been a long, long, long time. The bigger the mass is, the longer it has been in there. If it's a new small memory, the energy can get around. But the longer it stays in there, the more coverings it gets. And also, often, the actual memory of it gets forgotten. And this is the strange part of it, because you are so careful about hiding the memory, you have decided to hide it from yourself. So there are many humans who don't know why they have a block. They say, well, there's nothing wrong. I'm a perfect, happy person. There's nothing. I don't really have any regrets. But it's because now they have put a block around the block. So this is quite complicated. But so there's that. But what you are speaking of is how does an external person assist a human who has a blockage, even if they can't remember it? Is this truly your question?
It is. I've seen it on others and also just within myself as well. And just earlier, the conversations about chakras as well, clearing some chakras, clearing energy, and whatever word we want to use.
Yes. So when they are within yourself, it's a little more, you must be absolutely honest and in alignment for the truth to come through. So if you're looking at the one that exists within yourself, when you're sitting in quiet alignment, allow truth to come in, even if you don't want to hear it. And this is difficult. Humans don't readily say, give it to me, even if it's going to hurt me. It's not the human way to do this. But in order for you to clear your own blocks, this is the starting point. Sitting in quiet space and trusting that whatever comes through is truth. And whatever comes through as truth will heal, because truth heals all. The truth heals all. So now that is within yourself. You will hear your own answers. Now, when you are seeing this within another, all you can do is nudge them towards a certain very small truth, or they're surely, or most likely, not ready for the big truth. So you perhaps will start to get the full story, where the human beings that you're touching may not even remember it. So they might say you're a liar, you're crazy. See? But you're receiving information, so you know the truth. So there's possibly a small nudge. Could be done gently. Perhaps we'll just push energy right here. Do you feel that? Do you feel that right there? You feel that? I'm just going to put a little bit of pressure on it and see what happens. They'll might cry. You don't know what's going to happen with them. They'll scream, they'll kick you, whatever. So you're able to put a little bit of pressure on it, because you, being in alignment to heal others, hear the truth. For others, you can hear it for yourself, but you can hear it for others too. So, but with the others, it's not your place to speak their truth for them. They must uncover it themselves, or you will cause distrust. Possibly, you're not trained to drive people crazy and bring them back. That's not you're a gentle healer. So you may put gentle pressure on certain parts, and it may cause a physical reaction or an emotional reaction within them that they find unexpected. They will be surprised because they forgot. They forgot there was memory there, and that they hid it, and hid it so well, they hid it from themselves. So this what you are doing, you are trying to awaken humans to heal, and they might be resistant to it. So it is very gentle for others, very gentle. But the pressure enough sometimes brings an awakening to the body. For the body holds all the memories, even if their mind says, no, we're going to forget about that. The body remembers. And sometimes when you press on it in a certain place, the memory is released within the body. And then it becomes a little more comfortable with it. All right, let's move it around a little, see if we can handle it. Just a little bit at a time, before it comes straight to the mind. So you're dispersing it in the physical being before the mind can acknowledge it and deal with it in whatever fashion is necessary. Do you understand what we mean by this?
I do. Yes. Thank you.
Yes. The information you receive is for you to know that you are on the right track, that you are receiving truth. And you do not need to tell the other human the truth, nor do they have to tell you, yes, that's true, or no, it isn't, to confirm that what you are doing is helpful to mankind. So the information you are receiving is often just for you, to bring your practice skills up of receiving information for others. This is a bit of a practice. So your mind doesn't say, no, 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 that's not right. Allow it in, just let it sit there. Allow it in, just let it sit there. Eventually you'll have lots of thoughts and memories of humans, much like the channeler here has much of visions of other humans. You don't have to do anything about it. They're just coming in to show you, that's all, that you're opening to the universe. You're absolutely being open to the healing of others, And you are being, you have been offering yourself as a tool for the universe to use. The universe is using you. So all you need to know is the universe is using me. That's all. You don't really need to know if the others are being healed or not healed or anything. All you need to do is show up and say, I'm being used to heal, to allow love energy to pass through me, to maybe heal others or maybe not. But I am a channel of love. That's what you are. You are a channel of love. And that's really all you can be. That's the best you can be. And that's just a wonderful thing for humanity's sake.
Great, thank you so much.
Let us do namaste.
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Good evening, Erin. I have two questions to follow on with that description. Thanks for that. First one was, when you're talking about blocked memories, is it possible for humans to have blocked memories from previous lifetimes that they're not even aware of in this lifetime as part of that?
Of course, you know this very well.
Yes.
You particularly know this very well. So there'd be a reason for blocking memories from the past. There's a reason for blocking memories from this lifetime. So of course, if your ego is able to block memories from this lifetime, it most certainly can block memories from other lives. Now, there's also many humans don't need to know about the other lives because they can't even keep up with this one. You will understand this. You will agree with this, yes?
Yes. Yes.
So the ones that are looking back to other lives must be in a certain alignment and knowing and openness that they are firmly entranced, that is not the word, that they are firmly involved in this human life first. This must be very clear. If you take others to the other lives who are wishy-washy and are not firm in their understanding of themselves and being on this earth, it will cause further distress within them. So there are many who can barely keep up with this life and what it involves. And that is why most have left the others behind. When you come across those who are able to handle information from other lives that may be applied to this one, those are the ones that are ready to hear the truth. And only the truth that is comes through is what they are allowing through themselves. For even this practice that you do, when a human from this life goes investigating, this human in this life that's firmly entrenched in it will not pick out lives unless it is to a benefit to their time here now. You already know this, but we are confirming it with you. Mm-hmm. So they will not go into anything that will cause them undue distress, as long as the humans are coming to your practice, is this the word you use, with a certain knowing in this life. And that's up to you. Now, what we are saying here is you are responsible to allow this opening of the door. You are the door opener. And you must allow the door to be open only to those who can handle it. Do you understand what we mean?
Yes, I understand. Yeah, I think people sort of self-select themselves, yes. So they won't be interested in this, even attempting this, if they're not in that sort of position of mental readiness to do it.
Yes.
The second question I had was about hereditary disease. So some people have a lineage of disease in a family. And I wondered if you could speak to that and how that works energetically.
Well, you must say that just because it comes through a family, not everyone gets every single thing that comes through all the families, or you'd all have everything going on, really. So there are certain ways of being, living in your life, where you either accentuate those and draw your attention to them. You think, oh no, I hope I don't get that. I don't want. You get that one. Or the certain lifestyle patterns that are reproduced, that cause your certain physical being to be susceptible to other lineage diseases. So you're certainly not, you're not absolutely correct in saying that all of the lineage diseases come to all of the humans. You can see from the group here, they don't have all of the diseases that all of their ancestors have. but there are certain fears, energy, patterns of being that's attracted to you. So you are certainly already know the answer to this question, that just because it's in your family lineage, it certainly doesn't mean you're going to get it. You know what I mean?
I do, and I just wanted to have that really recorded into the discussion here. So a lot of people believe that, especially cancer, for example, if it's been a strong trait in their family, that they are quite worried and will spend their life distressing over the fact that this is something they may get. But what I'm hearing, just to be clear, that if they keep true to themselves and keep those energy channels clear, then there's no reason for disease whatsoever in the physical body.
Correct.
Does that yes. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Let us do namaste together. Namaste.
Good evening.
Yes.
Do you have any sort of message for me?
You wish to be anonymous. There's a certain greatness in being anonymous, invisible, perhaps we would say. There's a certain way of being when you are invisible and anonymous, that you may slide into whatever situation you find pleasing to you. So it's a wonderful way of being. So if you find something distasteful or you don't really want to get into, you just slide past it and no one even noticed you were there. And then when you come to the party with all the candy and the ribbons, then here I am, pop out of the invisible box. So it's important, as we have said earlier, just to notice this, not to say it's good or bad. Really, there's not much that's good or bad judged one way or another. But the part of being invisible and coming out when you feel like it would be an important thing to notice within yourself. To wonder, why is it? Why do I disappear and reappear at will? And if this is true for me, when I feel within me that this is the truth, that means I'm very powerful. That means I can disappear and reappear, not in just these circumstances where there's something negative and then a party next door, but perhaps more, perhaps further ahead or further behind or across. So once you allow the truth to come forth, the magic fills in the hole. For then you become limitless, powerful. You can travel through time, perhaps. Perhaps you can turn into a fairy. Perhaps you can get your earth in your roots into the earth. Perhaps. So truth spoken releases the magic. Do you know what we mean?
Yes, absolutely.
You love magic, do you?
Yes, I do. I love magic. And it happens quite often.
And you understand that you may disappear and reappear at will?
I haven't quite mastered that.
You understand how to disappear when things are rocky and reappear at the party, though, yes?
Yes.
Of course you do. So because that is acknowledged, what else? What other delicious magic could be existing? What else? What else indeed?
Indeed. What
We
other
put that
magic?
word on. We thought you'd like that little word, so we tucked it onto the end to make it even a more magical sentence. So the whole experience would become magical, and the sentence and the words, which are important, which you know, it's important for words to be magic too. So they appear and disappear also. For there are times when you can look at a piece of paper and see the words. And there are other times when you look at the same piece of paper and you can't see a thing because you're not in the space. You're not able to understand it. You don't know what it's talking about. And the next time you look, it's reappeared again and you understand it completely. So you understand the magic of words. They appear and disappear just like you can. You can sit
Yes.
with that for a while.
Well, also the words can cast spells.
Yes. On others, you're speaking. You're
Is it
speaking of
just on
putting,
others?
well, of course, you're magical. So you don't put a spell on yourself. You put a spell on others through words because sometimes they will see it and know what it means. And the next time they'll look at it and say, that's not even my language. I don't know what it says. It says nothing. I can see it. I understand it. Now it disappears. What's this about now? So this is words for others. You don't put a spell on yourself. You just open and close yourself. I see you. I don't see you. I see you. I don't see you. You do that within yourself. But the spell is for others. It's given to others. They can take it, leave it, do whatever they want with it. You can send it through the air and they'll say, no, 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 I don't want any magic love right now. Or I will take all the magic love I can. That is a spell. That is what we are referring to. And you are as well. You are speaking of energy through words sent through the air or on a piece of paper. Either way, it is up to them to turn it into magic and receive it or not.
Yes.
So you're particularly good at sending spells.
Yes. Sometimes
good
they don't
for you?
always have words. Pardon?
Of course not. Sometimes it's just the straight up love, just straight as it is, and they will receive it or not, depending on what they are capable of at the moment.
Very good.
The fortunate thing, we'll say one more thing. The fortunate thing is you don't care if they receive it or not. You keep sending it. So that's that. You send it, you send it, you send it. You feel good. Send it, send it, send it. Don't really know where it's going or anything. But there you are, sending it out. Because in the end, you have been filled with it. Because it's been through and out of you. Through and out of you, through and out of you, through and out of you. And you're like a waterfall. In and out, in and out. There it goes. So where it goes, who knows? If they care about it, who knows? But you yourself are filled with the love that you're transferring through you or allowing to be transferred through you. So it doesn't matter to you. So you figured out many things. You figured out it doesn't matter if they get it. I'm going to allow the love through me because I feel better. You've learned that words are magic. You can send through the air, put them into words. They appear and disappear at will. You've understood many things. You are much like could be an old-fashioned witch. This is the word. A spellcaster. A spellcaster of love, of course. There was many other things attached to that word that were not so delightful. But you are a spellcaster of love. That's for the others, not for you. You already know this.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Let us do namaste.
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 Hello, Erin.
Greetings.
I was talking to my sister a couple of days ago, and we were talking about how humans came to Earth. Some people believe we evolved from apes, a type of monkey, and other people believe that we were seeded here from other species. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, you're not a donkey at all, are you? No, you're not. So that's not going to work. And you're not a species other than a human species. So you're human, your species, of course, in that way, but you're humans. So you've been put all across the playground of your earth. Here and there you fell, just like snow falling to earth. So you're wondering who it is that dropped these little humans onto the playground. Is this what you're asking?
Yes.
Because you already know you've all been dropped there. You weren't there before, and you're here now, and you're all human species. What in the world happened? So, we'll tell you what you already know. Well, this will be for the others who you are representing. There's a great universe of love that adores humans. Now, that's a funny word to use. It adores love energy. It adores that there are those who would volunteer to come to a strange land and place to see if love can be taken within a human form. They are adventurers. That's you. You're adventurers. You said, do you know what? There's enough of all this love energy when we're all energy. That's easy, isn't it? We're all one collective. We do what we want. What would happen if we went down to this place? That it has to be beautiful, of course, because we have to play there. So what if we went to this beautiful place? Would the love come with us, or would we leave it behind? So you're a great experiment of love. The universe supports you, non-physical supports you, because half the time you're non-physical, and the other half you're down here. So you come to the playground, you learn what you can from other humans, you remember what you can from the universe of love, and you play and interact as much as you can. You also, you know what you love to do? You love to fight, get into trouble, and see how far you can push your bodies until they collapse. All of these experiences are what it turned out to be human. At first it was just, can we take love down there and just love one another? No, that's the big answer for that one, if you didn't figure that out. No, that can't be. But what can we do? What can we do with the physical body? Can we hit it over the head with a rock? Yes, you can. You can hit each other over the head with rocks too. You figured that out. You figured out all of these things. And each time you left, you said, I'm going to remember that. And then you forgot. Then you said, I'm going to come back and bring love. Then you forgot. And then you leave your human body and you forget. And then you come back and you forget, and you go and you forget, and you come back and forth like this. So as you have come to this place and time on your earth, you're remembering a little bit more because you've done it over and over and over and over and over and over, and you're starting to get it. You're starting to get it. You're slow at the allowing love and remembering that you're eternal divine beings. You're slow at that part, but you're very fast at learning. Turns out you're great students. You could learn this, that, and this, and I can learn how to talk, and I can learn how to build things, and I can make this square, I can make this and stick this together. So, excellent students. So this is what you've learned. You've learned we can do that very well, but we're not that great at holding on to love. We're not so good at that. But you know what? We're going to keep on trying. So you are at much time later. From the very beginning, ones who figured out it is a rock, and if you hit another one, it fall down. You're much advanced from there. So you've been learning. You've been holding on to little bits, little tiny bits. And here you sit now, and this energetic exchange is a perfect example of humans asking for divine guidance from someplace far away. They don't even know what it is or where it is, but it feels good. It feels true. You can sense the energy and the truth within it, and you feel alive. So all of a sudden now, the thing that you wished at the very beginning, way at the beginning, was to feel alive because you're full of love. And now you're getting the hang of that. Now, not all of you, of course not. You know there's great disasters everywhere, but some of you are starting to think, oh, I think I can allow love to flow through me more often, because you know what? I feel lighter. I feel more exuberant. I feel healthy. I feel vibrant. I feel like I want to laugh and dance. Then you're full of it. Then you're full of love energy when you feel this way. And you think, I will not forget the next time. And perhaps you won't. Perhaps you'll remember a little sooner. Perhaps you'll come in remembering. There are many that come in remembering. So you're getting the hang of it much time later. But it's a human exercise in seeing what can happen on the earth. Now, you must understand that your earth is your playground. It's not your prison. It's your playground, designed for you in love, so you may come and share yourself in love. It is not a prison at all. It's your wondrous playground. It's the best that could be devised for you. Oh, what do you think of all of that? Now that's quite a talk we've had now.
I love it. Thank you.
Let us do namaste together. Namaste.
Namaste.
Are we complete?
Yes.
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 All right. We will say one more time that this energetic exchange is a great privilege for the universe of love to be involved in. For humans such as yourself are calling forth, you're crying out for truth. And you're wishing to remember your most beautiful inner selves that exists when you're not inhuman. That's why you're calling out. That's why this energetic exchange is occurring. So whenever you call out to the universe of love, if this channel is not available, there are many other channels, including you. If you quiet your mind, you'll hear the answer. So when you call out and say, hey, is anyone out there? You will hear a resounding yes. Resounding here and amongst yourself, with yourself. All right.
Erin, would you like me to sing?
Oh, what a privilege this would be. Are the others able to play the notes with your musical words? Would this be acceptable to you?
Certainly. That would be lovely.
So now it will be a true oneness of energy, love energy, pulled all together. Please.
La ra yu ha ya re ya ho ya re yu ha ya e ya ho ya la re ya ho ti ma hu ya ra hu re ma hu ya la.
Blessings to you. That's it.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, Wanda.
Oh,